What's up, everybody? It's Zadia, and I'm here with something a bit different this time, laced with the usual update type stuff. You are reading the title correctly. I will be hosting a Diminish question and answering session through a video like this, and so I am taking questions in the comments section here. You can ask about anything about Diminish, about the creation process, about the events of the web series, inside the game, outside of the game, anything that has happened up to the current events shown on the channel and around its other social media parts so far. I will not be divulging any of what will be happening after what has been shown, because spoilers, and this will be doubling as a raffle. Everybody who submits a question who wants to participate in this raffle will be entered in for a chance to win a Diminish Act 1 soundtrack poster. It's true, it's a real thing. I have it right here. This incredible Diminish tube can be yours for the free price of entering this raffle and getting lucky if you want it. It's something I've been thinking about for a very long time. In recent months, as I was considering gifts for family members and friends and stuff, I finally tried out making Diminish-related items through the web service Vistaprint. And so not only did I make a couple of posters, and then I had this one left over for this exact purpose if I wanted to do it, which I am, I also tried out this, as you've probably noticed already in this video. These are, like, not going to be mass-produced for sale or anything yet. This is all just a test. But, speaking of testing, I have a test version of this shirt, an adult unisex medium. This can go as a secondary raffle. Just express interest in this shirt, especially if this is one that you can actually make use of. But obviously I'm not going to police your shirt sizes and tell you that you're wrong for wanting a shirt that might not fit you. And you can get a chance to win this beta version of this test t-shirt as well. So that'll be two different people who have a chance to win two different Diminish items. People who ask questions for the Q&A, you'll get entered in to win this poster, and anybody who expresses interest in this shirt, you'll be entered in to win this shirt. Why am I doing this all of a sudden when I've been thinking about it for so long? Well, there's what I already mentioned about just it's the holiday season, and I was thinking about creating gifts for loved ones, and I wanted to try making Diminish stuff in case they would like that. And also, my health seems to finally be taking a turn for the better, and it seems to be staying that way. My physical health was actually extremely frail for a long while there, and even if my mental health had taken a turn by that point, I was going to be unable to sustainably work on things during that time. I knew that things were rough while I was in the middle of it, but now looking back, now that I'm finally on the other side of things, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine, like, being there again, and I just got through it, but my goodness. And as the state of the world just seems to perpetually and irreversibly tumble further and further into chaos, I am starting to feel like venting my feelings through a web series again, which is part of how Diminish first came to be. So I'm starting to feel ready to watch through all of Diminish as it is so far to make sure that I know what's up and, like, actually remember everything that the series is and what has been done in it so far, because yeah, it has been that freaking long since I have been entrenched in it, and it's been a part of my primary memory system. And there are going to be a billion more steps and a billion more things in life that are going to be still getting in the way, but this is all step one. Doing this Q&A so that I can put myself back in all the shoes that I was wearing during the creation process of Diminish up to this point, so you can help me get all of those different juices flowing again, and then just watching the entire series again from the beginning. I have attempted to do it on stream before. I think this time I'll probably do it in my own time, in my own space, so that just involving myself with the videos is the primary thing that's happening. And then maybe Diminish can actually be a freaking thing again sometime. Again, I'm not giving any dates, and I don't know if they're going to be soon, but right now is when I'm getting the ball rolling again, because it's starting to feel like it's time to do that again at the very least. I will say, at risk of this coming off as anything concrete that people latch onto in any way, the 2028 Summer Olympics feel like a kind of spiritually significant date to me, at the very least, in terms of the series having gotten rolling again by that point. I would much rather it be toward completion or complete by then, but I think it might be helpful for me to have some sort of resolute, time-based goalpost in mind as it relates to Diminish, to keep me pointed in that direction so that it doesn't completely get away from me. Because as I've stated a bunch of times, Act 2 was supposed to take a heck of a long time, and there were supposed to be massive waiting periods throughout it, but I think I allowed that plan to lull me into a sense of inactivity where I allowed the ball to completely stop rolling, and then I didn't realize how much momentum it would take to get it rolling again. I didn't realize how much mass that ball had and how ridiculously difficult it would be to get it to pick up any speed again. So that's the Diminish update for now. Diminish Q&A is open. Ask questions in this comment section, and you can be entered in for a chance to win a Diminish poster and express interest in getting that adult unisex medium t-shirt, and you can be entered in for a chance to win that. And all of this is in an effort for me to try to center my mind toward getting that frickin' ball rolling again in terms of the project itself. Because, oh my frickin' gosh, I feel kind of like an alive human being again who can actually kind of do things. And maybe Diminish will be one of those things. I frickin' hope so, because I'm feeling frickin' ready to get this back on track and be able to finally see things through, because it's not done yet, and so many people have been waiting for so freaking long, and I feel like trash, and I felt like trash almost every day for years. And as far as this raffle goes, I would love to be able to boost it to the actual primary Diminish community through actual Diminish spaces, but again, on fiction, the nature of the kayfabe, and again, the very unique nature of Diminish with that because of its incredibly, almost invasive, emotional, personal story, and how personal people have made it regarding to them. So there's that, you know, emotional fragility that comes with the kayfabe and the line of reality that I take incredibly freaking seriously, and so I will be ridiculously careful about everything, and so I will not boost these raffles to actual primary Diminish spaces. I might post it in the Diminish fan server because that's not like really a primary space, and like I've kind of knocked on the door there already, and so people kind of know what's going on there, at least some of them do. All that to say, hopefully a decent amount of people who would be interested in entering these raffles will be able to see it and be able to access it, so they have a chance to win these things that they might want. One other little update for people who might have been following this channel before Diminish ever became a thing, and something that most of those people probably already have been suspecting for years. Project Zadia, the Dragon Prince fan project, pretty much not happening anymore, and I am really sorry. It hasn't been happening for a long time. It's been this freaking difficult for me to actually work on Diminish, which has become the primary project of my entire freaking life, and Project Zadia had fallen by the wayside even before that, and it was always going to be a pipe dream, and it was always too ambitious, even though it was one of the projects that I tried to start because I wanted to create something that was actually bite-sized, and I've always been so bad at that. I've never been able to actually identify what is bite-sized for me to actually take on, and so Project Zadia feels pretty much completely out of reach to me in my life as it stands now and as I see it going in the future. So I'm not going to declare it completely dead, but it pretty much is. I'm really sorry to those of you who were looking forward to more Project Zadia stuff, and who were really into that. I will probably still put some things together to show, like all the stuff that I've created so far. I might create like a big video that's detailing all of those things, the music, the graphics, maybe even some of the scripts I'll release as they are already. but the holistic forms that I was hoping to be able to direct them towards, I don't see myself being able to create. I apologize again. Thank you all who have shown interest and supported me throughout that. And once again, as always, to my Diminish people, thank you so much for all of the support you've shown, all of the incredible love and outpouring that you've given throughout this entire experience. And thank you again for being unbelievably patient. I've only had like one hater who's kind of been stalking me across my different social medias, who has been not understanding about things. And while yes, that sucks because it always does, and I don't want to give that person any attention at all if I can help it, it kind of helps me realize how good I have it in a way, because that sort of thing is so freaking rare. So thank you, all of you. I really, really appreciate you so much. And that's why it hurts to not be able to give you what you all want already. And I think that's about it for this video. So of course there will be a follow-up video after I have vetted the questions that might hopefully come in, and I will answer them in the video, and where I will probably also be announcing the winners of the raffles. So once again, feel free to ask your Diminish-related questions in the comment section below, and if you have any interest in having a chance to win an adult unisex medium Diminish beta t-shirt, feel free to express that interest in the comments as well. Apollo, Teddy, and Will, and everybody else, and Anshul, all of their stories will continue. Shelly, you too, don't worry. And my story is gonna continue as well, and for a while there I was unsure of what that was gonna frickin' look like, but I'm finally starting to feel remotely functional again. Let's go. Thank you all for watching, thank you all so much for everything, and have a good one. Dream on, folks. Peace.